So welcome to 2015 Bishcraft, a server built by Mr. JB Sharks
That's
and
me.
TheBishMan. When back in 2015, I bought the old man, Mr. JB Sharks, a copy of Minecraft for his birthday. Thinking at the time, I absolutely love playing this game. I'd been playing it for 3 or 4 months, so I was pretty new to this thing myself. And just thought it would be something that you'd really enjoy. And at first, I was wrong, wasn't I? You jumped in, you found it incredibly annoying and difficult. You kept getting killed by zombies, and
I
you were
really
not
did
happy
struggle.
about the whole thing.
I mean, I'm used to the era of, Space Invaders and Doom. This was so different from anything that I'd ever seen. However,
I sold it to you, though. I said it's like Lego.
You did sell me the idea, yeah, and it didn't take long.
No, indeed.
I got
well, and come 6
hooked.
months later, we'd been playing on. We used to come up for dinner regularly on a Tuesday night, and you had 3 PCs at the time.
I had 3 PCs, I did.
And you, myself, and the Floster.
Do we need to
my
say
sister.
Who the Floster is? Yeah, Floster, my lovely daughter, bless her.
We used to play a bit of Minecraft, and it became apparent that we didn't get a lot of time to play. We got kind of half an hour here and there, but what we thought what would be really nice is if we could play remotely. So we started a server, and this is the server we started, and we had this world pretty much concurrently for 5 years,
something like that. Yeah. Oh yes.
We only sort of abandoned it in 2020,
middle of 2019. It was a bit late 2019, and the only reason really that we abandoned it was because the server we were using couldn't cope with the size of it.
No, it got too big.
It got way too big, and we were suffering dreadful delays, like a minute it would take to save it.
Well, you'd sit there on a railroad track, wouldn't you? And,
just waiting.
Your minecart wouldn't move.
Yeah, just waiting. And but eventually, what's happened is that you've moved us onto a new server, and this one seems to be able to cope with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
By which time, of course, we were building a new world altogether. And but we thought, I think it was my idea originally, but just a few weeks ago, you said we should really showcase this and let people have a look at what you can do if you're given enough time and keenness. And so this is it. This is the
I think it stands up there with some of the worlds that people have built just for pure amounts of creativity and random stuff.
Yes.
So let's do the tour. So
okay.
I'd started the server, and I played a couple of nights in here to get started. So this isn't actually my first house, but this is the first thing you saw when you came in.
It is.
Isn't it? This little house.
This little house here was the first thing. It isn't your first house. Oh, you built one somewhere else.
Yeah. We'll move on to that in a minute because it's just down the mine.
Oh.
Yeah. When you first start in survival, it's underground house. Save you from zombies.
Yes, it is. I mean, all this pretty much until later on was done in survival mode, wasn't it?
All in survival at this point. Yeah, absolutely.
So do you want to go into your house?
Yeah, take you on a tour. Nice little porch swing on the front.
Nice little house, actually, this. I like the reeds.
I've always built houses that I quite fancy living in.
Yeah, that's what you do when your own house is rubbish.
So pretty basic house.
I'm not saying your house is rubbish. I'm not.
Nice storage area, little kitchen.
Your house is all right, actually.
What we did build quite early on, we found that we weren't content with just building little houses and doing lots of mining. We built a huge ship out the back.
I like the way your bed is up on the platform.
A Viking longboat.
Oh yeah, look at this. Well, it's the explorer and historian in you, isn't it? You do like.
I'm not sure it started out as a Viking longboat. I seem to remember just trying to build a boat shape, and it wasn't quite right, but it did look just like one of these multiple oared boats. Yeah, it's quite cool.
And it's early days. I mean, this is really early days. We were both just kind of floundering around and learning at the time.
Yeah, and I remember coming back and detailing it afterwards. So I think I changed the sail from being a flat sail to looking as if the wind was blowing it.
Yeah.
I remember adding the skull to the front and Well, there weren't banners when we started playing this, so that banner definitely wasn't there.
No, this is quite... No, it wouldn't be.
So we started playing Minecraft in, what, 1.4, I think we were at?
1.14. Oh, should we probably mention the texture pack here, because it doesn't look like the normal texture pack, because it isn't.
Ah, indeed. So we switched to Modern HD.
Modern HD.
Quite early on, 2016-ish, 2017.
Yeah, Mickey T010. It looks like Mickey Tolo, the guy who did it, and it's just brilliant. The guys who do this sort of texture mapping and textures are just absolutely brilliant, I think. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Unfortunately, I think what happens is people do this, they do one thing, and of course life moves on for them. I think he ended up probably going to university or something. He didn't have the time anymore. So,
getting a real life. Can't believe it.
Yeah.
How dare he?
But of course, things moved on with us as well. We got into much more complex stuff later on. I'm just following you around here, James, so you're conducting this tour very, very nicely.
Yeah, indeed. And now, of course, we have a texture pack completely bespoke.
Yeah, we have our own texture pack. It's not publicly available because it does pull together resources from all sorts of other places. And I do have an acknowledgements file for all the people who have done some incredible work. I can mention.
Yeah, so if we make that available
later on, yeah. I mean,
might well host that somewhere, so you can download it if you like the look of it.
Yeah, there are one or two that I've kind of done myself, where I've combined things from more than one place. But I think the guys who do this sort of work, so that we can enjoy a world that looks like this, so much more, kind of a bit more realistic, I suppose, more interesting, with some brilliant textures. I just have massive admiration for them. I think they're brilliant, absolutely brilliant. We just reap the benefits of their hard work, really.
Indeed. So
you can go online, you can load these things down. They're all out there, so it's not exactly difficult. Mate, it's raining.
Well, check this out. I know. Just to your right is. So you came in, saw the house, showed you around a bit, and then was trying to teach you how to play this game still. Do you remember this being the first block you laid?
Yes.
You decided to go for some glass panes, which is probably one of the most difficult blocks to join and stuff, and you could not understand it at all. So we had a little shrine made.
I was so confused.
Dad's first block.
I couldn't get used to the right click, left click thing, and you know why, don't you? Because I was used to Doom keys and Unreal Tournament keys, and they're different. I was used to keys over, just using the keyboard, not using the mouse and the keyboard together, and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, you seem to have a snowman there. He's building snow.
Yeah, I've just broken my snow thingy because I'm in creative mode. I'll have to fix that later. So yeah, little bits like the chicken farm. These chicken farms work really well. The chickens lay eggs up at the top. The eggs filter through down into the dropper, which shoots them out as baby chickens, and as soon as they grow up, they get lava in the head.
Yeah. It's not pretty, is it, really?
And that chicken farm design has worked, for the last 3 or 4 years. And none of the updates have nobbled it yet.
Yeah, more than that.
It's still working.
It's not quite as efficient now as it used to be, I think, because of changes they've made, but it still does work. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant idea. I can't even remember who did the original design for this, but it was so clever.
Definitely nicked it from somewhere, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So in we came, and you started trying to play the game. We were in survival mode, and you can see the sign here, Dad. Your stuff is down the mine. Follow the sign. Yeah. Probably from one of your many deaths. You'd send me a text message and say, "I tried to play it this morning. I died." And what I'd do is come in and try and find all your stuff, so you didn't have to start all over again.
I'd count it as a benefit, a positive benefit, if I lasted more than about 3 minutes.
Yeah. And this was my first house here. Look, BishMan's first home on the server.
Was this where
This was just my little hovel.
Yeah.
While I was trying not to die.
Yeah.
Even I found the game pretty difficult to start with.
Yeah, we got.
And this was our very first mine.
Surviving with 2 of you is a lot easier.
Keep going down to find your stuff. Yeah, so this was our first mine. In fact, I'm not sure if this still works. This was a spawning. This is a monster grinder, isn't it? A mob grinder.
Yeah, mob grinder up the top somewhere. I think
mobs spawn at the top.
I think it does, because I think the last time we took a look at this, there were actually some monsters on there. You
Oh,
just,
look, there goes one, look. Yeah, they should just be, they're just one-hit kill, look.
Yeah, one-hit kill, so he's dropped the requisite number of blocks. I don't even remember what it is, do you?
No.
Apparently my stuff is down there.
Probably looked it up. Yeah, this is one of the first strip mines, look.
Yeah.
Yes, your stuff is down there. Yeah, so I would have left you a chest somewhere with all your stuff on it.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, and just here to the right of the entrance is our first railway, which shoots us off to the first village we found. But we'll take that later, because that first village we found became Cloud City Lower.
Right. I know you mentioned this earlier. I didn't. I thought it was the one.
We'll take that railway
under my house.
Yeah, when we show people the really impressive stuff, we'll
the good stuff.
We'll take that railway there, yeah, because that was before we started building proper railways above ground and stuff. So yes, so then close to my house, you built your first house, which was this thing here. You first dug a hole.
I didn't really
get it. Built this around it with all kinds of different blocks.
I know. I didn't really get it at all, and we'd done quite a bit of mining by then, I guess.
This we put in just the other day. This copper floor.
Oh yes.
You weren't happy about it.
I was not happy about this, and this has been plundered severely, and stuff's been taken off to other locations. So there's not much left in here. But yes, this is my first mine. Look at it. It's just completely random. Torches everywhere.
Probably. I remember doing you this Dad's emergency death kit, mate. You must have really not been enjoying it at first.
Oh, really wasn't.
So in there's a little pickaxe for you to break the glass, and in the chest was all sorts of stuff for you to start again. See how
Chickens.
Nice am I to you?
Yeah, you're very kind. You need to be.
Yeah, you had some chickens. You had all sorts in here. There's several mines in here.
Yeah, I did find down here to the left. There's a little antechamber. I think it's down here. Yes, down here. Maybe down here. I liked wide staircases, but of course I built them a lot more effectively later on.
Just remember, dear viewers, this is 5 years ago when we weren't very good at the game. So this isn't all that impressive at the moment.
But there is an enchantment room here. I mean, we're obviously starting to get to know how to do stuff, how to enchant.
And a jukebox for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know what that's doing.
Oh, look. It's got a music disc in it.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, very bassy. Okay.
Right, so I think we should show some impressive stuff before people turn off and go, well, these guys are rubbish. Let's not let's not watch these two anymore. So, the next to your house, we were here for quite a while. And this was all in survival mode. Oh, look, it's raining. What a surprise! I'm sure they've tweaked the weather.
And it's dark.
It's always raining now.
It's always raining.
Okay. So this was we couldn't find a village for ages, and so we built one. So before there's a little zombie pigman here we obviously captured from our nether portal, which is quite local. So before we found a village, we made one just back here. Look, there's our apothecary. Yeah. With a little pixel art bottle on the top. That's quite cool. The bottles don't really look like that anymore, but they did, didn't they?
They did then.
And they don't in our texture pack. No. So this was all original. So a little apothecary. We've still got villagers, look. And we made the villagers little houses, all built out of different coloured clays, which we got from the river behind us.
Yes, and none of the houses have beds in. I remember complaining to you about that.
Yeah, not decorated properly.
It was good to make them sleep deprived or something.
Yeah, I don't like these villagers to get too comfy. No. So this was our first village, and it was actually the first place we were kind of experimenting with various bits of redstone. So if you come back, I remember there's a little village well. There was a village well before even village wells became part of the villages. So yeah, right back here, there was a little secret. We played with a little redstone door. Dun, dun, dun.
Very neat. Very neat.
And it's called Captain Bish's Secret Cave.
Ye found Captain Bish's secret cave.
Ah, look, there's diamonds.
Yes, I wonder quite when my redstone interest got kindled. You made this. I did not make this, but I think when you explained to me how it worked and
But this is the height of my redstone skills. I peaked. I peaked in 2016 and never bothered to learn anymore.
Well, you're quite good at fixing stuff, though, aren't you, when it breaks?
Well, yeah, if other people make it work. Actually, there's a bit more redstone around here. There's a little melon and pumpkin farm. They're about to sprout. Look, see, it's quite simple redstone. So as soon as they launch, as soon as they grow, look, the pumpkin grows to the right, which connects the redstone circuit, which then just pushes the piston for harvest it, and it falls into the droppers.
And thence to the chest. Hopefully, we've got lots in there. I mean, this
still works, obviously.
Still works for stacks in there, right?
And this was quite cool. Oh, it's just done it. This was the reed farm. So once one of them hits 3 tall, it does the same thing again. It connects the circuit, and then it all goes. And it chops the tops off, and all gets collected.
You built that as well. Did they all drop down to the bottom? Have you got an overflow system there to the left?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Have they overflowed? I wonder.
Yeah. Well, that's been running for 5 years.
Oh God.
That's some good stuff. We've got some creepers here in holes in the ground. I must have named them. I wonder what they're called. Actually, they're not going to explode, are they? They're in Curator. Just have a look what they're called. Creepy Creeperson over here.
Creepy Creeperson.
Oh, look, lazily same name tag, so that's Creepy Creeperson as well.
Yeah, well.
Lazy.
Very lazy. Very not good.
Lazy.
I love the foliage.
And through there's the mega mansion, but we'll see that in a minute. And then I seem to remember building the redstone. See, all these sheep. We had these sheep, and I used to dye them different colours. They're all dead, look.
I've lost them. Where are we? I've lost you.
They're either out or dead. They're just kind of wandering around. Oh, I'm just in front of the apothecary.
Oh yes, there you are.
Our sheep seem to have escaped. Do you remember it was full of pink sheep?
It was.
Like this guy here. Die sheepy.
Oh, we've just got white sheep in there now. How are they escaping?
Yeah, they were all pink.
Maybe the villagers are letting them out.
I built the big pink pig, but before that, I built this. If we go back, can you see the lighthouse in the distance?
I can. Is it working?
Take a little fly to the lighthouse. Yeah, and then that was entirely built out of wool, from what I remember.
Well, because
that's what I could get. Yeah, that's what I could get from the sheep. And it actually works. It's just got a little simple redstone circuit shooting the lights round. It's quite funky, isn't it?
I'm having very much.
Are you stuck in the farm over there?
I'm having difficulty flying. It's I'm getting lag, basically. A little bit of lag on the old server.
But you can see it.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah, it does not want to fly for me. Oh, there you go. I can take a fly around. Yeah, that's very impressive, isn't it?
I think it looks quite cool, even though it's built out of wool.
Sometimes not all of the lights come on. Oh, maybe it's just that I can't see them. Now they are. They come on when you're looking at them.
And then they're not working so hard when they think you're ignoring them.
I'm just coming down to you.
Yes, because through here, first major structure, which was Castleton.
Yes.
Which is why we named it Castleton,
yes.
Because we built this enormous great castle and a gatehouse at the front to house the nether portal. You stuck on that bridge, mate? Having issues? We have got better at this game, honest.
Yes. Right. Okay.
Yeah, so the gatehouse housed the mega nether portal. And here's our castle, our first castle. I actually got a feeling this probably looks better in the original texture pack.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think it probably blended in a lot more. But I still think it looks pretty impressive. Actually, I'm quite pleased with that. It was a good castle. I do remember having a horse tied up back here, but he's long since gone. Remember Pony Banks?
Pony Banks, yes. We should reinstate
It's quite an
him.
impressive castle. Look, we've got an enormous dining room, a banqueting hall.
Yes. The Knights of the Square Table lived here. It's quite nice, isn't it? Little armour on the back of all of the seats. That's really cool. Very impressive.
Yeah, very cool. So this was the direction we were heading at the time, and you decided we built this enormous road because you'd run off a good few hundred blocks. Oh, actually, look, just to the right of the castle, Christmas tree.
The Christmas tree. You built
So
that for me.
that would have been the Christmas after we'd got the game. That would have been Christmas 2016, and I built you a little Christmas tree. So you came in.
Okay.
Came into Christmas.
It just doesn't want to fly for me, James. It really doesn't.
Oh, don't worry. Well, we'll go in. I'll tell you where we'll go, actually. Let's go back to your house, because we had our first rail.
Yeah, let's go along that rail. I've not used that. I just cannot remember it. You're going to have to...
Oh, it's quite a cool little rail, because it's not an automated one or anything. It's just a rail, but it's got quite a cool underground station and stuff. Come with me. Follow me yonder.
Yes, I mean, this was first attempts. It's really, just stick down a minecart, push the button kind of thing.
You go first then, mate.
Okay.
Make sure it loads in.
Boom. I'll leave some little presents for you along the way.
Ah, cheers. You fill up my inventory of rubbish. Some snowballs.
Are you not catching the train? Am I supposed to be getting off so we can have a look at what was back there?
I think this was just...
that?
Now this goes up to when we built the station. We actually built a proper station.
Right.
We came back here about a year later and built stations everywhere.
That was Castleton then.
So we're not too worried about that. And just along here... Oh, it's your minecart.
Yeah, I'll jump back in it.
Oh, no, you won't. I'll send it off.
I won't jump back in it then. Oh, it's so slow. They should really make you go quicker. Hang on, did you give me a push?
Have you a little push there, mate? Oh, sorry.
That's all
Then
right.
I got in your way.
Oh, what's this now here?
See, this is where we were definitely doing all this in survival mode, because it's all our byproducts.
Yeah.
And just here is a little underground station, and it actually looks like an underground station. I'm not sure why we did that here.
Is this the one? This isn't the one with the... It's the one with the...
Oh, it's got an escalator, yeah.
It's
an upwards water escalator.
Yeah, this is very cool. Do you want to go up?
Yeah, go for it. See if it still works. I'm not sure the mechanics are still the same. Yeah, you can just...
Yeah, it's floating me up. Very clever. I don't know where you got this one from, but it works.
This would have been a YouTube tutorial from somebody.
Some genius.
Some genius, yeah. Someone much cleverer than me.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, actually, look, we can take the... Oh, look at the weather.
I know.
Surprising. It's raining again.
Yeah, surprise, surprise.
I don't know what we've done to it. We've probably put a setting on somewhere that says, just make the weather worse than ours.
Make it realistic, like it is.
Make it like July in Britain.
We seem to be in the dark of the forest.
Yeah, but just along a bit further. I think. I just got lost.
Probably.
Actually, just TP to me. Look what I've found. This was
Oh, you found this?
This was where we experimented with a TNT dropper, which was literally just you put a dropper facing downwards with a lever on the side of it, fill it up with TNT, and just drop it and make an enormous hole. And that's what we did. It's just an enormous hole down to the bedrock.
Actually, later on, we used the technique
TNT.
when we built the big roller coaster in one of the other locations that we'll go to
Yeah,
eventually.
we blew a hole through the ground, didn't we?
Yeah, right down to the base rock.
Right down to the base rock. Right, let me fly to where we're heading, which is your absolute mega farmhouse.
Pretty here, isn't it?
And then you can TP straight to me.
My mega farmhouse.
Your mega farmhouse.
The mega farmhouse.
So here you'll have to ignore the station, which has now appeared. I'm here ready to TP to. because the station was built later, much later.
Yes, and it's above ground. There was a lot of above ground stuff going on in the early days of our sort of railway development.
Yeah, I think we thought it was like a monorail.
I loved farming in the early days. Absolutely loved
So
it.
this is where you wanted a big farmhouse surrounded by farmland, and it's the biggest farm I've ever seen.
I know.
It's just fields and fields of
it.
Irrigated crops.
I don't know why I bothered. It was easy, I suppose. It was easy. Not much effort, and it's very, very therapeutic and relaxing.
Just come in for a bit of a farm, and just over to the right. So a lot of these pigs are pink because I was using their wool to construct an enormous pink pig. I think you left the game one day up on your balcony, and you were looking at this. Was it? You'd built a balcony here, and you were really impressed with yourself, even though it's sort of it's just here. And then so I knew where you were going to come back in, so I built an absolutely massive pink pig. So that was the first thing you saw when you came back in.
Pink piggy.
Here he is. Yeah, and he has a little sign in front.
Moo.
Moo.
You're a loon. And I think back at the beginning when you originally did this, I'm going to go to a bit of higher ground. It had no back end. It was just a head.
Yeah, it was just half done.
So it was like
just
the
angle
done.
That you could see.
Just half done.
It took us ages to finish it. I didn't have enough pink wool. I don't think I really knew what creative mode was at that point.
No, all of this railway stuff.
We're doing this all in survival.
We did it all in survival initially. It wasn't until a lot later that we started messing around with creative.
Oh, and just behind here is where we found the stronghold.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, this.
Oh, that's what that big indicator is.
So you've got a massive railway just going out into the middle of nowhere. I think that way.
No, it doesn't go nowhere.
Oh, is it not?
No, it goes up to the Northern Forest's terminus.
Okay.
But
this was the stronghold.
From which you can go across to a couple of other locations. Your favourite, Turtle Island.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how you found this. Were you hurling ender
pearls
around?
And we went and did that, and did the. That was our first dragon battle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
First ender dragon battle.
Actually, only one. I think I only did that once with you.
We haven't really done that again.
There's a massive arch over there. I think that was.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. We started that and then didn't make it into anything.
No, I don't know. It's not really a very good arch either, is it?
It wasn't quite an arch. No, it sort of went wrong.
It was still kind of learning how to do stuff, and that wasn't
just left it
good. And left it right.
Left it there as an arch.
I'm gonna have to chase you. This is all.
Hey.
So massive railway. So pink pig. Now I think we never really finished this farmhouse. You have a quick look inside. Might as well.
Yeah, I remember it having like a downstairs, but I think it's pretty sparsely decorated, isn't it?
It's
actually, mate, that's not so bad.
There are 3 sleeping areas. Some nice little trees. What's through here? There's a downstairs.
Balcony up this way. Oh, look, you can come watch the sunset actually out on this balcony.
Oh,
bet that looks good on your shaders and stuff.
That does look pretty cool, yeah. Yeah,
like it, mate.
Nice.
I have a screenshot of that anyway. Oh, and look, it starts raining. This game, man. This game.
So what's downstairs here? Let me pop downstairs quickly.
Oh, look, it's George.
It's George the cat. Oh, bless him. Our cat's no longer with us.
Oh, and behind the stairs is a staircase down. So there's obviously a mine under here as well.
I knew there was a funny secret way. Oh, shall I come? Oh, you've gone down. I'll just come and have a quick look. Bit of concealed lighting stuff going on there.
Wow, yeah, it's just a mine down here, mate.
A long way down.
Not a great deal to see.
We moved on. There's only one strip mine in here. We must have moved on somewhere else. Back up.
Yeah, sure.
I don't like being down here underground.
So, the next thing I want to show was the next thing we did, which was a small modern house, and it's on the road on the way back. Do you want to TP to me?
Oh, are you there already? You're very quick.
I'm Well, we can't just be having all this flying around nonsense for people. So behind us is the farmhouse, and this was our road. We built a road. Do you remember how the this on the floor is cyan terracotta, but when it first was brought into the game, it was grey.
Yeah, it looked like
So it
road
looked great.
surface, didn't it? It doesn't look.
So this.
Doesn't look bad in the texture pack, anyway.
Nah. So I'd watched a few Keralis videos, and he was building these incredible modern-looking houses, and I thought I'd have a go at one, and it looks really good still.
Yeah.
This little house to our right, it's
nice mix of texture. You've got wool in here again.
Yeah, I did it in survival, so I clearly just sheared a load of sheep again to build a house. Probably get hit by lightning now.
Yeah. Yeah, got
But it's actually
nice fire, music stuff. That's a little. That's a dining area with a bookcase.
Yeah, sandstone dining area.
There doesn't seem to be very much in your chest.
Nah, I'm pretty poor. I spent it all on this telly. Look, that's what happened.
Oh, wow. Very nice young lady sitting on a rock. She's probably a mermaid. Oh, she's a mermaid. I can see.
She's a mermaid. Mermaid on a rock. Yeah, one bedroom. Looks a bachelor pad.
Oh, yes. Oh, I like your... Is that a bath or a shower or something? In the corner?
Yeah, there's a little shower cubicle.
Oh, and your little computer.
So I made this little modern house, and then I got a little bit more ambitious.
I'm just wandering around your little modern house's garden, which is really rather pretty.
Yeah, it's got a little pond area out the back.
Are you off to the other one?
Yeah, I thought we've got to show the Mega Mansion off, because it must be either. Well, I don't see how it could be identical. Keralis did these videos where he just built things in real time and just experimented. So he'd be knocking bits down and knocking bits back up again, and he made these videos. And I think I just sort of watched his video and then thought I could build that. So if we come out of our first little village that we made and follow this pathway,
yeah,
I'll pass the. I'll tell you what else we've got here. Look to your right.
Ah, the Golden Tower.
After we'd been playing for a while, I decided it was time for an ostentatious display of wealth. So I just blocked up all the gold we had and made an enormous golden tower.
Did you do all of this in?
There's no path to the front door. Yeah, this was all survival. Like yellow glass. Actually, still inside here is our little guy. Golden balls.
What's he doing?
He's just
hanging about on the railway.
Going forwards and backwards on the railway, look.
Oh, yeah, bless him.
There we go.
It's a boring old life for him, though, isn't it, really?
Turn his rattle on and off.
Oh, you can stop him.
No, you can't.
Oh, that's it.
I think maybe you could one day. No, he's going forever. And that was all our gold stuff. Look, enchanted golden apples.
It's a bit like life.
But
really,
yeah,
isn't it?
so that was just a little landmark on the way to. On your left, a station which wasn't here at first, but which we've come back and added later, and we'll show you so many of these stations. Basically, at every location in Bishcraft is now one of these stations, and they've got selectable destinations.
Yeah. And
they're automatic minecart collectors and distributors, so you can just click a button where you want to go, jump in a minecart, and off you go. Oh look, it's thunder and lightning again.
And eventually we'll come to explain why there are signs that say triple RC for future expansion and some such.
Yeah, triple RC.
Right.
So yes, follow the path. Follow the path this way, my man. And here we are, outside this absolutely enormous mansion. You might have to fly out a bit just to see how huge this is.
If only I could. I'll do my best. It's really...
And it was just sandstone and snow. I'd collected a load of snow from the mountains behind. This again, survival.
Yeah. But
we've come back later and added bits, like because we definitely didn't have sea lanterns.
Finally done it.
At this point in Minecraft, we came back and lit it later.
Yeah.
Because there was no what are the big sea pyramids called? I can't remember what they're called.
What, the undersea fortresses?
Yeah, There was none of those at this point in the game, was there?
No, and actually all this garden and the wall and the dock, all the railway here, that was all added later on.
Mm.
I don't know. When did
But the
you
mansion was pretty much as it was.
You must have built or grown this massive tree.
Yeah, that's jungle tree, four block jungle tree, and then you put some earth on the top and you grow another 4 blocks jungle tree, and
so it goes.
And so it goes. Yeah, I don't think there's actually anything on it, but there's another one a bit later on where we've built one with an enormous tree house in it.
Yes,
maybe that was the plan and we just never did it.
And when we built the station, we matched it up to the house. I think I built that actually.
Yeah, so let me take you for a tour around this house. I remember this so well. It took ages to decorate.
Here we go. I'm following you. Take us round your beautiful house. It's really nicely designed. This is actually. Must have taken ages.
Yeah. Well, you've got the staircase in front of you, but to the right we have the kitchen and dining area around the back. It's our dining area with a little seating area and stuff, and a kitchen, full-size kitchen. Look, storage. Yeah, bread on the wall, as you do.
Later on, kitchen, started using dispensers with actual food in them, so you could stock yourself up if you were running out of food.
We had a games room, look, with a little office off to the side.
Oh yeah, very nice. That, by the way, that picture is the Pinnacles Desert in Western Australia.
It's a nice picture. It replaced the coronavirus picture you put up, which just depressed us after a while.
It did, yeah. I say this is a bit swish. Spa bath.
Oh yeah, that's the indoor
house.
heated pool.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, and there's a TV area over here as well.
Yeah.
This is the TV viewing area.
Really should make it clear that this is nothing like your real house.
This is my stained glass window. My real house is much bigger.
This is your family house.
There's a map.
Oh, that's cool.
That was our first map.
I remember you doing this.
Look, it's got the road on it. Visible from space.
What's that out in the water there? Is that the castle? That's the castle, isn't it? So that is actually castle turned to the right. Oh, yes. Yeah. And the station and the road, as you say, going up, and the railway.
I'd like to make that bigger so it's got the big pink pig on it. It's just off the top of the map.
Interesting looking at this, that at this time, I didn't realise that you could build these rail lines diagonally. In fact, I don't know that
it's all very straight.
I don't know that you even could back then. Could you? I can't really remember. But I would never have built that like that now. It's too hard. It's too long. Yeah, it's very good. In fact, I think there's...
Yeah, I think you could always build them diagonally. I think we just didn't.
And also, there's a lot more to it than... There's a lot more now. I mean, if you built that map now, it would be different. You can see the path clearly running back to the original Castleton with your original house, and your boat is shown there on the right-hand side by the torch there.
Yeah.
It's rather good, isn't it?
Lighthouse. Yeah.
Not the only map we have in this world, I think.
No. Yeah, there must be quite a few in here somewhere. So, back past the water feature and up the stairs.
Where are you? God, you go so quickly. Can't follow you. Here we are.
Here we are.
Okay, where are we going to now?
Well, there's another little office. And my bedroom.
You like having
with another
offices.
big telly. I'm obsessed with big tellies.
Yes.
Big telly everywhere.
Well, you've got tellies everywhere in your own house.
This is true.
You've got more televisions than I've got rooms.
Sitting in a room with 3 monitors.
Nice bed. And a little ottoman at the bottom of the bed. Very, very nice.
Can you believe this enormous mansion's 1 bedroom? Yeah, and back out on the balcony, and here we are.
Yes, now I remember when we originally built the rail to this place, because there was a railway to this place very early on, and it was above ground, and it actually landed you here at these doors.
Onto the balcony on the other side.
Or one of the balconies. Oh, there's one right opposite, is there?
Yeah, it's this one.
Is that where it came out?
Oh,
you could well be right. Yes, I think you're right. Yes, it plonked you in here, and then later on it all got altered, didn't it? Because, I mean, it was just silly, really, having it like that. So, I was noticing up on the hill there, that massive tower thing. So, do you want to...
Yeah, should we head over there?
Just have a quick look at what's over there.
I don't see how we're ever going to come back to this on a later tour, so we'll do it now. But we'd come back here after a visit to the end, so the chorus plant means that it was, a good couple of years later.
Yeah.
And this is obviously a little survival house. And we'd started again because there's all my diamond gear in a chest just outside.
Chucked all that in and started again somewhere else.
Look at that. Who builds a chest out of the wall? No, I don't know.
You do, apparently.
Apparently I do.
You like to give public access.
Yeah, so in here we've got a little bedroom.
Yeah. Actually, nicely decorated, given that it was all done in...
Well, it's a little underground farm. It's even got a melon in it.
My goodness, we didn't even look at this.
Melon and a pumpkin. Little underground farm for no apparent reason. But the impressive thing about this, and I don't know why we did it, if you come down this enormous staircase, obviously got bored of digging downstairs as well and just dug it straight down.
Yeah, couldn't be bothered.
Didn't even make it too wide so I could just drop into the water at the bottom.
Well,
but for some reason down here we just dug an enormous underground area. Maybe we were collecting rock for something, cobblestone for something. I don't know.
Oh my!
But if you head out under here, this is enormous. I mean, I don't know how big this area is. It's got to be 100 by 100, isn't it?
Oh, it's huge. Yes. I don't know what we were thinking.
And just left columns. It's just 3 by 3. Just left columns everywhere.
Yeah.
In fact, there's loads of stuff still here in the floor that we didn't even bother mining out.
You have to leave columns. I mean, I think we began to worry about the integrity of things and having things supported properly and trying to make it engineeringly semi-realistic.
Otherwise it's just not realistic, is it, mate? Just pounding rock with my fists until it breaks.
Yeah. This is amazing.
Yeah, I don't know why we did this.
Really crazy.
Yeah, just an enormous underground cavern that we built out for some reason. There's a little bedroom behind where we came in as well.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Guys, more chests full of cobble. Oh, look at this. There's some treasure in some of these things, some diamonds and bits.
It's actually quite nicely decorated again.
Where are you?
Right, I'm shot out upwards. Or at least I'm trying to shoot out upwards. So yeah, if you TP to me again, there's for some reason up on the top of this mountain, right directly above it, is an absolutely enormous ice tower. Which it may have been a platform which I poured water down the centre of, which then froze.
Yeah. Well, it's normally snowing up here, I think.
Why would I have done that? Don't know. Don't remember.
Just for laughs.
Just for laughs, yeah, maybe. Yeah, possibly. But yes. So, mate, we are. We're 43 minutes in. I've certainly got some more time. Should we go and see Jamesville?
Yes, we can.
How's your computer performing? Is it? Are we going to be able to ride the rail, or is it going to be jerky?
It should be okay, I think. It's going a bit better now. I mean, where do you want to catch it from?
Right. If you TP to me again,
I'm just following you. I'm right back in Castleton now.
Oh yeah, cool. So down the mine, we'll go to. Sorry, I'm over here next to my first house, down our very first mine where my very, very first house was. You've got a moosh room on your house. Don't know what he's doing. Standing around being bred.
Very, very first house. Right, here we go. I'm there.
So at the bottom here, so this was the first village. We built a little rail line to our first village.
Ah, this is a little.
And the first village is what became the Lower Cloud City. Beneath Cloud City. You just have to whack a minecart down and go. No clever redstone here.
No, well, this is how we did things originally. Sort of discovered that if you redstone charge up a block and you've got a minecart on a powered rail in front of the block, the powered block powers the rail and off you go because you're sitting in the block. Simple but effective. I love the redstone along here. It's just
just torches stuck on the wall.
Yeah, we got a lot better at this later on. Lava.
Yeah, so this comes into there's an absolutely enormous station here, which I think was one of the first attempts at multi-switching, multi-directional, multi-platform stations. And Oh, have we built it entirely out of iron blocks? Yeah, I think we have. I think this must have been a creative job.
Yes, this is actually the second station ever that was built.
Right.
The weather's appalling, mate. Can you fix it? But
yeah, absolutely.
It's worth a little look up in the viewing gallery to see what makes this thing work, because it is unbelievable. I looking back at it now, it's so complex, but it is. I've forgotten how many lines out of here. It wouldn't take me long to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 10 lines out of this station.
All going to different places.
Yeah, and if I did that now, I could do it now, but it would only occupy 10 lines. Would occupy 34 blocks width-wise, and it'd have all the minecart automated. I think the thing was that back when I first did this, I wanted to have all of the selection points next to each other, and in fact you can't really do that. And it was thanks to a chap called Rabbidsmore that I discovered years later, who did what I still think is kind of the perfect selection mechanism for railway stations. It's absolutely brilliant, and I combined that with a couple of other things to come up with our own design. But yeah, he was the guy who really put me onto it, and so respect to him. I don't know what I think he might be an American guy, or maybe he's Canadian. That's hard for me to tell. Everyone thinks we're Australian. Did you know that?
Did I?
Yeah. Anyway, so yes, this was a fairly hefty station, but it was the second one we built. The first one was in a little village called Jamesville. But yeah, this was what eventually became Cloud City, but we won't go there yet. We're underneath it.
Yeah, we won't go there yet. You can have a little peek. You can have a little peek up, look, just through the up into the clouds.
Oh yes, you can see some of the buildings up there. But that was a much later idea. But there are little houses
we can travel here. We can travel from here to Jamesville, was it?
Yeah, Jamesville. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. Let's see where we go. Is it James? Oh,
Or do we have to go to Cloud City Upper and go there?
No, you don't. I think we have to go. Right, you want to go? We go to Jamesville direct. I thought we went to Jamesville direct from here. Castleton, Cloud City, Upper Station, Concourse.
We could always TP there if it. No entry. Qualified engineers only. I love your signage here, man.
Winter Palace first. So you go to
Winter Palace first.
You go to the Winter Palace first. The Palace.
Oh, look, we already had it selected.
Yeah, so you just jump on the minecart.
Go on then, mate. I'll let you go.
Hopefully it should just work. This wasn't working this morning, incidentally. I had to fix it.
Oh, really?
Has it delivered another minecart for you?
Yes, it has indeed.
Okay. So I did fix it then. Yeah, it didn't work. I don't know quite why. No, I'm not going to look up, because otherwise I'll give away Cloud City. I'm looking down at the swamp. Alright, we're off. You should be behind me. Oh, you're just running along behind me.
I'm going to run along behind you.
It's interesting.
I'm just admiring Cloud City Upper. It's incredible.
But
anyway, I can't do that.
Back in these days, we used to support these railways on the iron railings. Do you remember? And then they
took up. They were almost an entire block. It was kind of a square thing that looked like a really good column.
Yeah.
And then they changed it to just be this single thing. So we've got a lot of single iron railings holding up massive railways.
Yeah, they look stupid. Some of them. I think this one we fixed. But this is so coarse. I mean, it's fully powered rail all the way. Why would you do that? I don't think we really quite. Well, I didn't quite know what I was doing still at this point. Oh, thank you. Apparently, you broke something. What did you break? Did you break my minecart? You stole my minecart.
See you later.
You bully.
Oh yes, I just built this.
Well, this is worth a look, isn't it?
This house. I remember this house, and then you built an incredible station next to it a bit later on.
Yeah, I built a proper station for it, and from this station we can take ourselves off to Jamesville, which I guess takes us to where we...
Should we have a little look around the Palace of Eternal Winter?
We'll take a little look around the palace here and go to Jamesville, and then really I think we should call a halt, because we'll be on to our second Second episode. Right, yes.
Yeah,
This
let's
is
take a
rather
look at
nice.
this.
You built
Yeah, because
this.
well, did you see what it was though, Luke? It was just one of these mad platforms just up in the middle of the air for no apparent reason.
Yeah. I think we built the supports for this is typical, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just a bunch of
As its
sandstone and then we
supports are
built a
quite cool.
proper support for it underneath to hold it all up.
Yeah, to make it look more realistic. Oh, look, it's snowing on it for you.
Look at that. There you go.
But I'm going to clear that up anyway.
Built a little garden around the back of this thing. It looks rather
But
nice.
But you can see how much better we were getting at building at this point.
Yeah, the station matches as well. It's using the same materials, which is good.
But that's a really cool little building.
Where's the door to this thing?
Oh yeah, so it's up here. It's just up this thing, this bit here.
Oh, you did tuck that well in, didn't you?
Oh look, we haven't decorated it though.
Oh, terrible behaviour. Well, there's a bed.
A little staircase going upstairs. I've got a balcony. Oh yeah, I've got a bedroom in here.
Yeah.
Tiny.
Yeah,
Oh, with its own little balcony as well.
Oh, look at that.
Hello.
Hello. Very nice, but undecorated. Useless, really.
Undecorated. Amazing from the outside though.
So where does this go? We should be able to go. Yes, Jamesville Central is here.
So, right, let's go.
Let's go. I'm off. Takes a few seconds just for the system to reset so James can come off behind. This will take us off to Jamesville. I don't know what are you following me in the air, as it were?
No, I'm following you on a train, but I'm a bit far behind. Somebody forgot to press the button for Jamesville again. So I'm just seeing which way it shoots me off.
I jumped out of my minecart by accident. I'm currently chasing it to try and catch up.
Give me a chance to catch you.
We must have spent absolutely hours building these railways up in the air. I think the thing was that when we built them on the ground, they were always being raided by cows and sheep and pigs and things and knocking us out of our minecars.
Yeah,
and it's
possibly.
not generally a good proposition to build fences all the way along. It just takes too long, although we did do that in one or two places.
There's a few, yeah, surrounded by glass and stuff, but yeah, I've got a feeling this is all creative mode, because you look at the lantern.
There's too much of it, isn't there, for it not to be. I can tell you how long this run is, actually. It's 2 minutes and 8 seconds.
Okay. I wonder if there's anything on the way. It used to stop and explore almost every chasm. And
yeah, we would. Well, because we were building it, we'd walk and look at what was available. I mean, sometimes we'd find villages and stop the rail there and develop them. And
well, do you remember the... Oh, here we come, straight into Jamesland. Do you remember that there used to be spawners that you used to be able to see from... They used to sort of spawn very close to the surface, and it used to just be marked by a sort of 3x3 square gap, and then there'd be a spawner in the middle.
Yes.
And you used to just be able to find that and a couple of chests, and they'd just be dotted around everywhere. And they've gone now. Don't see those anymore.
I'm underground now, James. Yeah, I'm in a tunnel that's like the old style tunnels we'd built, really rubbish.
Yeah.
Now this is an automated station, but it's a really early one. So when I get out of the minecart onto that pressure plate like that, it sends the minecart out down into a storage area. But I devised this overflow system so that when the storage area was full, and it does work, but there's no way of getting the minecarts out of it, as far as I know. You have to come in and collect them and take them down and refill your storage area up. So this station here was actually the first station, and it's very coarse, but it was kind of my first attempt at an automated station.
Well, mate, we've got to see the redstone under this one.
But really?
I seem to remember the redstone under this being incredible.
Can you get under there? I don't know.
Can we get under here to have a look?
You can get down some of it, probably not all of it. You can through. There's a little way in. Oh, actually, you can. Yeah, it's kind of. Oh yeah, you're down there, aren't you?
I've sort of found it. Oh, here's the. Oh my god, yeah, here's the bit. If you TP to me. Oh, you there? Yeah.
I'm there. I'm in it. This is the storage system. Now, this was copied. I got this from a guy on the internet. He worked out this way of using a trapdoor to store them. And if you send a signal to the trapdoor, it'll close it, and it'll drop a minecart down through it, and then, hits the powered rail at the bottom, and it shoots a minecart back up to the departure point. And this is where I was trying to put parallel lines of rail next to each other, because normal lines, of course, join when you put them next to each other. Then they'll curve and stuff like that, so it's quite hard to get them parallel, but learned all about that later on.
Cool. I've just exited a really psychedelic tunnel.
Yeah, and this is all I'm in the back here with all the switching area where all the points are. Yeah, it's a similar technique to the one we normally would use, but it's kind of crude compared to the way we do it now. So I can just jump my way up here, hopefully.
Yeah, well, you can TP to me. I'm back at the top.
Yeah, here I am.
So we can actually catch a train from here to Jamesland, which is right behind us.
Yes, it is. But this is where we built. This was actually the beginning of our first proper settlement.
Yeah, that's right.
And over here is another little modern house. Actually, if you TP to me.
Yeah, this is where we came in.
And this is where we'll start the next episode. And if you look around, you've got this massive... Oh, there's some good examples there of what they did to the iron fence.
Yeah, the iron railings.
And they just ruined it for us. So it makes our thing look a bit spindly, but it does still work as far as I know. So we'll take a ride on that next. And there's this little house we'll have a look in next time we're here, because I think this was the first proper little modern house we built here, and we stayed here for some time and did farming.
Well, we built a massive fun park all the way around it, a scenic railway. Yeah, you'll have to ride this roller coaster. Everything you can see with the rail and the bridge, and it's all part of an enormous roller coaster that goes around this entire little settlement, and it's a good 5 minutes to get round, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, it's a hell of a thing.
It plunges underground through skulls and other various decorative items.
I'll check out It All Works before we.
And it's part of the theme park of Jamesland.
Yeah, Jamesland. Where's Krusty gone?
Krusty's over to our right.
There he is. Bless him. Yeah, you were very good at picking up pictures and actually making them reality in Minecraft. It's very clever.
Built at an angle for some reason. I can't remember why. We're looking at it at an angle.
Yeah.
So we're going to end the first episode here. And we're going to be streaming every Thursday morning at 10:30. These little Minecraft server tours, and I think we'll go live. Other times when we're playing, when we're just doing mining or little mining or fishing competitions and stuff like that, we might as well stream them.
In this world or in one of our other worlds? Shall we stick to this one?
Well, yeah, let's stick to this one for now. I think.
I'm sure we must have some fishing locations where we have competitions. That's rather fun.
I think so. Okay.
So I'll sign off.
Well, what a wonderful way to spend an hour. Thank you very much.
Bloody brilliant, mate. If you stay on the
thanks
line...
everyone. If when people tuned in, we've had 42 people check us out this morning.
Well, that's kind of nice.
And thanks to Jess and Charlie and Will for all watching and tuning us in.
Yeah, well done, guys. We'll see you all next week.
Yay, bye.
Bye-bye.